Hello everyone, welcome to this for your stream tonight. It's nice to see you all amazing people. We've got two best of 5 series coming up to you live. One from Blackline and the other from the Skyward series. We take a look at our schedule today. We're starting with that Blackline match, Glide versus Affinity Reborn. Later on, we'll have Yeah versus Bar Down. But it's not just me here tonight. It's the guy who seems to be on the stream all the time, but never with the camera. Welcome in, Zen0. It's nice to see you, and yes, again, no camera, Zen0. It seems to be the Zen0 of this buddy stream here. Is the Zen0 where we don't actually get to see his beautiful face.
I know, and it's sad because I've actually started using the camera a lot more, but I literally just walked in the door. We had our first men's league basketball game tonight, so unfortunately, the one of the few times I would have been on camera, I was a bit late, but we'll definitely get that in. And no matter what, I'm happy to be here, and I appreciate you having me as always.
Yeah, I appreciate it as well. As again, our series coming up, Glide versus Affinity Reborn. As you guys know, it is week 2 in the Blackline Champions Series, or Championship Series, and obviously this is the Champions Series itself. I know it's a little bit confusing. I promise you, it should be really fun. I'm excited to see how this will go. Because again, it's Glide, Affinity Reborn, and as you said, I know you recognize Affinity Reborn. Glide as a team name has been around for a while, so I'm surprised that this series could be, and very likely should be, a very close one.
Yeah, and I actually I'm pretty familiar. I know Elites and Soj for Affinity Reborn, very very cracked players, and I've actually known Decky over on Glide for quite some time. And I tell you what, Sporty, I'm excited for this matchup because those are some pretty big names. There's some very very strong players.
I think he's just gonna raid from Cassim. Thank you for the raid, Cassim. You came just in time. We're actually gonna get the series started very soon, so happy to see some more people out there showing their support. But again, this series coming up, yeah, as you said, again, it's high level. This is again the championship series, Blackline Championship Series. We know what the kind of level you expect from this league, and obviously now that it is in week 2, definitely adds that little extra. We have some results to go off of. Week 1, Affinity Reborn actually played on Tommy Bucket stream. I got to see that match, got to see these guys, and they scrapped Astral Heat in that one. Whereas on the other side, Glide could not get their way against Team Aegis and lost in Game 5. So this one, starting off again, Affinity Reborn 1-0, Glide 0-1, and that could make some interesting changes to how things will look.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, whether it's real sports, esports, Rock League, whatever it is, you always want to get that first dub under your belt. And with a strong team like Glide taking a loss in their first week, they are definitely going to be, they're going to be thinking about that. They're going to want to come out, really start off strong, take a dub, move to 500 at the beginning of the season, and then on the opposite, Affinity Reborn, another strong squad. They don't want to start off 1-1 after going 1-0 to start off the season. So both of these teams really going to be battling.
Yeah, that's not kind of the fun part about this Backline Championship Series is that again, every team is going to battle, especially with it being near the start of the season. Every team, wants to make it in the playoffs, and in the Champions Division, it's no different. The top 8 teams of 10 will make it in that final bracket. Of course, as always, it's a double elimination bracket. Again, these guys, a lot that they're working for, have a lot that they want to work for. And being as high seeded of a team as possible will help you out here, especially again with so many teams in this league that actually weren't in this series before. Again, I already mentioned Astral Heat, they were not in this league before. But Evolving Zodiac on the other side, they were not in this league before. Mach 10's in here, Striker Rogues are in here, Team Lunar, 10 Exiles in this division, FFV Blue, there's so many names in here. You recognize Light Gaming is even in this thing, Slot Battalion in this thing. Obviously Affinity Reborn, HDK's in here, Glide's in here, Astral Heat, Metro Tango. There's so many really recognizable teams, and generally speaking, for the Champions Series, it's a weird mismatch because there's so many teams. It's the teams that could be the top but haven't been able to prove it, or the teams that are just proving that they deserve to be higher rated. It's kind of that middle ground, really a real testing point, to unlock you into those higher divisions like the Masters and Premier Series, or to send you back down to Contenders and to Challengers Series. So it's kind of a middle ground between everything. And for these teams, again, this is going to be a real proving ground. How well you play in this regular season.
Yeah, I mean, you bring up a great point. When you get up to this rank, when you get up to this level of competition, it's not just about how good you are, right? I mean, anytime you're playing in a league or tournament, anything like that, there's always that extra added kind of X factor where you have to ice in. And the higher level you get, the higher rank you get, the bigger that factor is. So you see it a lot. You see a team that You look at their roster, you say, man, this is such a strong squad, but they just can't put it together when the time comes. And you have to have that X factor, that ice in your veins, if you will, when it comes to this level of competition.
Yeah, you most definitely do, and that's the kind of level that Glide couldn't do last week when they lost in Game 5. But again, this is still going to be an interesting series. It should still be close with how good these teams are. I know Affinity Reborn are a pretty decent sized org. I know they have a good amount of fans in there, as we already see in the chat. But again, just like to see how Glide will respond to that. And again, at this level, things are going to get very interesting between these two. Again, these are teams that deserve to be in this position, but they can also very much get kicked down a level if they don't play well this season. Blackline is one of those leagues that just isn't going to be nice to you. It's one of those leagues that's really tough. If you don't play well, they notice and they will rate you accordingly. I've seen teams get kicked down to the contender series and never ever recover from it for the next couple of seasons. And I mean, a season itself is a pretty long amount of time. It's a good couple of months. So again, you want to be able to bounce back and really take the chances you have. And is going to be a big chance for these teams to really make themselves known, especially because once you get to Masters and Premier, that's when people really start to recognize you for how good you actually are.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have to say, I think that I like that, right? I like the non-biased kind of, hey, if a team's not performing, they're getting moved down. A lot of leagues, no one mention anybody, of course, but a lot of leagues, there's a little bit of politics involved, right? If your friends or a team that you like, something like that, they might let them slide a little bit. But I love that when it's non-biased. It's how you perform. Rank doesn't matter as much as how well you perform on the pitch. And yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah, me too, and I think these teams are here for it as well because they've just joined on in. Affinity Reborn with Soj, Elites, Tomato, Glide playing Ice, and Decky tonight in this best of 5. I'm so ready for this one, and I know these players have been excited. I think they're excited to see you, honestly, Zen0. But I know as soon as I mentioned, hey, you're joining, they're like, yes, let's go. And they didn't get to say that about me, so I'm a little sad about that. But no, I'm joking. These guys are great people. I've seen these.
They love you.
These guys are great, so I'm always happy to be here. Let's get this series going. I know these teams are excited. Reminder, our first of 2 series tonight, the Blackline Championship Series. Week 2, Affinity Reborn won last week, but this week, a new challenger, a new team, Glide on the side of the field. This best of 5 will differentiate the 2 in this one.
And it's huge. This could either put Glide 0-2 to start the season, which is something they desperately do not want. And, if that happens, it's 2-0 for Affinity, or both teams walk away 1-1, 500. And you already know neither side is going to lay down and take this. I honestly expect at least a Game 4, if not a Game 5.
Generally speaking, for a lot of teams that get moved up, they have really good starts in their matches, and I expect again, Affinity Reborn to maybe try to emulate that, because it's tougher to be consistent near the end of the season when everybody gets so good as Elites. Will be stopped by Ice, Tomato, looking to the back wall, Tomato, that win will be hit wide, Affinity Reborn, looking to attack or Glide the other way, Ice, off the ceiling, looking for one more, but Elites will get it clear, and Affinity Reborn, some early offense. I'm liking this early tenacity, this early, pressure to really get in the face of Glide, but so far, it hasn't worked, but it is the building blocks of something bigger.
A nice clear off the backboard there from Glide, but they did double commit, so not able to keep this possession. Nice touch again from Ice, but right now they're just kind of surviving off the backboard, clearing it away, buying some time, but you need to see a little bit more in transition here as Elites gonna break some ankles in front of the blue net here. I love the hesitation, the little fake right here throws everybody off. Nice shot.
I'm surprised you didn't mention the bump there from Soj. We know you, Zen0. We know you pretty well at this point. I'm surprised you didn't mention that. Yeah, the bump coming in at the end of that play from Affinity Reborn at this level, and I was happy enough to see a Premier Series matchup. Yes, actually a really good one between Sloth and Breeze, and that was, again, a really fun match. And at that level, everybody's bumping each other. Everybody has to go for bumps. There's just not enough space in the field to not go for it. And, at this level, there's still, again, teams learning, teams trying to get better, but have to be able to get bumps in at this point. And especially if you want to be a bigger and better team, it's really tough to advance without the bumps, as this one just wide from Glide, early showing signs of offense, and Early break loses the midfield is brought to the back wall. Gets past them. Double tap in front. Oh my goodness,
Oh.
almost pinched to their own net. Affinity Reborn. They're going to say it's routine because they got a goal from it, but that was anything but.
Absolutely. They actually team pinched it, as you said, almost into the own goal. But the Elites, not much boost in the tank either. Recognizes the overcommit, from Glide. Nice recovery, sniping the net from across the pitch right there. And that's a 2-goal swing right there. That very, very easily could have been tied 1-1. So we got to see, what that does to the morale of Glide.
I'm sure Affinity Reborn will say it was a tactile shot on their own nets, but Glide, they're going to see it as a missed opportunity for them to have been in the right position. And they're still looking for it. And even then, it is one of those things where you can't really control how that defense is going to react from Affinity as bruh. Yeah, flip reset. Decky trying to take it. Glide. They get in their own place here, and you can start to see them now starting to really, I think, trying to force this offense up the field. They're starting to get very desperate. They recognize they're not getting a lot of offense, and it's becoming a worrying sign because when teams start to try to force things in the midfield, generally speaking, that is the exact opposite of what you want. That usually makes things even tougher to score.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. It needs to kind of happen organically. I think they're struggling a little bit with the pace, of Affinity Reborn, but this is game number 1, right? So a lot of series left. I mean, even a good bit of game left here as a nice bump off the backboard, bro, with the open net. You talked about it, the bumps. So important here.
Yeah, and at this level, you have to get that space somehow. Decky removes the last defender, and Bra will put in 1. 2 minutes to go, and well, I'm glad. I love this kind of style. They're trying to get that comeback now. It was 1 goal, though, and that's only one showing of what they can do on offense. They're going to need to do it consistently because Affinity Reborn, well, they've shown that they can do it consistently, and they're still looking for offense. Elites stopped by Ice as a team bump from Glide. Running to each other, but they'll clear the ball away, but not very well. Ice, though. Oh my goodness, what a dunk! Soj will get back. Affinity Reborn nearly dumbfounded by that big dunk in the backfield.
I would say Elite's certainly the player to look out for on that Affinity side. Very, very cracked player. I'm actually looking to get him in a show match pretty soon. And yeah, so I've seen the tracker. I already know so strong. Soj, oh my goodness, Soj gonna dive in here. He said, don't talk about Elites. Me and old man Tomato gonna hook up here. Beautiful dime from Tomato, and how Soj found that angle, Sporty, I'll never know.
Admittedly, I've seen players hit some pretty insane shots in my time. That still always baffles me. Is those simple shots, they just make it look so easy. That is not an easy shot. At this level, it might seem a bit more routine, but it's not easy as now. Oh wait, Tomato is looking for that double tap. Decky saves it away, but in comes Soj, and that's number 4. Affinity Reborn just running away with this here in game 1.
And it's kind of crazy because we saw, Sign of Life, a big bump assist from Decky to Bruh. They brought it back within 1. I mean, that was, not even 45 seconds ago, Sporty. It really looked like they were, bringing this game back, and then just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Soj really stepping up, back-to-back goals, and they have their biggest lead of the game here in the final minute. Looking to bring it up, another one is Tomato, and they're still pressuring here. Ice gonna have to go for a squishy save. I don't think he realized how much time he had, but a nice clear.
It was, but for Glide, they're going to need a little more than just 1 clear. They'll need a ton. They'll need some offense. They'll need some pressure if they want to take this game. And they're going to need to work very quickly, very aggressively. They're going to need take a lot of chances down the field. And they're just not getting them here as Ice flicking it. Still Ice, the dribble. Tomato there now. That's a double commit. Decky waiting back, still challenging, but for Glide, time is very quickly running away from them as that one right in the midfield. Decky. And these chances, Glide, they could take more of them. They could take an extra second on these. It just feels like they're trying to rush every single play they get. At this point, they just need to slow things down. They just need to take their chances as they come and try to realize that they have more time, I think, than they realize they do.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I said it earlier. I think they're trying to keep up with the pace of Affinity Reborn, and it.
Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh. 1 second, everybody. Do we have an issue here? Oh, what happened? Uh-oh. 1 second, guys. You guys okay over there? Hello? It seems like we had some issues with Zen Zero. 1 second, everybody. My apologies on that. As yeah, my solo server shut down. We're gonna get a VC in here. 1 sec. Yeah, 1 second. We'll get him back in here. My apologies on that, guys. Zen Zero had his something shut down. We had a lot of servers actually just have a disconnect here, so my apologies on that one. Discord's acting up apparently. We had a couple servers, literally just a couple servers just shut down on us. So Zenzo, you're back, my friend?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, was very
My server's not
odd.
the only
It,
one.
like, completely
You want to
kicked
know?
me out of your server, and then
I didn't kick you
don't
out.
see
Nope.
any channels or
Oh,
anything.
you know, sorry,
Back.
the Rocket League Splash Series just had the same thing. They just had an outage, as well as
Oh,
Finale
wow.
League. A good couple servers just had some pretty major outages there. So I don't know what happened on that. My apologies. Hopefully we'll get things sorted out. Again, we're going into game number 2. I mean, can you maybe wrap up what you were saying there? What point you had? Because it definitely felt like an important one, but obviously Discord didn't care for it.
It did, and it didn't. Yeah, it just seemed they were trying to keep up with the pace, which obviously Affinity Reborn, when they're on offense, a tad faster. And I agree with you. You know, they need to keep up that pace on defense, but they had more time than they realized on offense. So they just kind of slow it down. I believe they were outshot 10-3 or something along those lines. I couldn't see. That was about 40 seconds left. It was 10-3. So even though they were finding, you know, some offense, they just weren't turning into shots. Because I agree with you, they were trying to rush it. So would like to see them keep that pace up on defense. But once they find that offense, kind of, you know, force Affinity to play at their pace. Find those demos, find those bumps like we saw them do last game. It's a huge opportunity for Affinity Reborn, just a bit squandered.
And Tomato will be unhappy with that one. He's not getting many chances in this one. As Soj. Oh my goodness, Soj! Oh yes, that's incredible! Soj will take it to Affinity Reborn. They may have missed the open net, but look at this one.
Yeah, they just didn't want the open net. They said, nah, we have to style on them. You know, no open nets allowed. But my goodness, what a read, what a play there from Elites to find Soj. And Soj, beautiful shot there to start scoring off.
As we are continuing here in Game 2, Affinity Reborn. I mean, this is just some pretty incredible offensive showing so far. And while that shot isn't common, and there are a lot of shots. Oh dear, Ice, that's really gonna hurt for him. Glide should have had that one. There was no questions about it. Affinity Reborn had left the net wide open, and I can't believe Glide missed what was about as easy an opportunity as it gets.
And sometimes we know, you know, we joke about it as Soj. Back-to-back goals here on 2 attempts. Nice setup here from Old Man Tomato. But we joke about it, but it's kind of a true thing, you know. And I know you know it. Those open nets sometimes can just be the hardest for 2 reasons. One, you can get in your head a little bit, right? It's almost like a wide open 3 or a free throw in basketball where you know you should make it. There's no question. And because of that, you get in your head a little bit. But also, sometimes you don't expect those open nets to be that open. And by the time you realize it, you make that little adjustment, and the moments, you know, came and gone.
And it feels like those moments for Glide have happened a bit more often than they'd like to say they have. They've had their chances. They have had offense. Even last game, it felt like they were, you know, working on the way of getting back in it. You know, I thought they were going to do it at least, but Affinity Reborn, through some miracle, were able to watch as Glide missed their opportunities. And well, now in this game, they're not letting Glide even have a chance to come back. As now they're getting offense. Soj, that's not on, but Elitz will put it in the middle of the net. Getting Glide, dead to rights. Affinity Reborn continue their incredible scoring.
And we see here all 3 players on the side of Affinity Reborn with an assist right here. So everybody getting involved. Old Man Tomato hasn't picked up a goal yet. Soj does have 2 of them. But, you know, 5 shots, 3 assists, 3 goals. It's a really efficient way and very good way to start off a game.
And generally speaking, Tomato does feel like he's the one who's sitting back the furthest, or at least the one that does a lot of the hard, dirty work that people don't really thank you for. He's just making these assists. He's sitting in the backfield, kind of working alongside Soj and Elites, but he doesn't seem to have an issue with it. And there's Decky looking for a double tap. Elites will keep it out. And Affinity Reborn, well, their defense has looked pretty solid so far this series, and that's a great block there in the back wall. Much tougher save than it looks in first glance.
Yeah, and something that they do very, very well, does Affinity Reborn, is when they find themselves on defense, they really don't let anything develop. Elites isn't going to let me talk about their defense at all because he says, hey, we're all offense here as another assisted play. This time it is Soj finding Elites. But yeah, they don't let anything really dangerous develop. And we've seen, I'm going to be interested to see the field domination after this because, I feel like it's been somewhat fair, but 0 shots recorded for Glide.
Yeah, no, the thing about Glide is that they may get ball position, but they don't keep it very long here. Affinity Reborn, much more willing just to go straight at the net. They're a lot more direct what they're trying here. For Glide, I really don't know what kind of a style they're going to go with because they haven't really been able to enact it because they haven't been given a lot of the time through the midfield, but here's a chance here. It's Tomato, and Elite's caught double committing ice with a pinch. In comes Decky, and that's Glide who will get one back. Decky forces it in, and it just comes from a bad double commit in the midfield here between Tomato and Elite's. Glide will take that one, and what a mistake. Could really unravel the defense here.
Yeah, and a nice little bump there as well from Decky, kind of unconventional, if you will. I don't know where the challenge is kind of coming from the side right there, but gets the bump. I think the teammates thought that defender was gonna, at least get a piece of a 50 there. And I tell you, a little over 90 seconds left, plenty of time left if they can score again quickly here for Glide, but getting that one goal, they just didn't want to get shut out. That was certainly, good for morale as they have a cross pitch opportunity, but Soj gonna get back just in time to deny. Oh no, double commit here. It's gonna be wide open for Elites. He is not one to miss these off the crossbar and out.
He nearly put it in. He nearly ended the game right there. And Affinity Reborn looking just to waste time out at this point. They did it at the end of last game when they were at a lead very similar to this one. In fact, I think it was the exact same lead, 4 goals to 1.
Yep. Glide
here, trying just to find another one to, not be that team that's getting beaten here so, defiantly by Affinity Reborn, so quickly by Affinity Reborn. His ice, what a pass to Bro! That one's gonna find its way in! 1, 2, 3, Glide link up, and Glide put in goal 2.
And it's it's crazy. It's almost like a phenomenon in sports and esports when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Sporty, this last 90 seconds, this Glide team has looked like a different team. We're starting to see them connect, maybe starting to see them warm up a little bit, or they've kind of recognized something and made it a much needed adjustment. But whatever the difference is, Bruz 50 almost brings it back within 1. They can score on this drive here. They're right back in this game.
They Glide are right back in this one. The confidence showing up late here, but time's gonna run out for these guys if they aren't paying attention, if they aren't playing quickly enough. They've got to be efficient, and Affinity Reborn not gonna make it happen very quickly. Elites to Tomato off a back wall. Decky wants to clear. Glide trying to find chance. This one may have been gifted them a chance by Tomato. The Soj will wait for it. Elites will clear. Bravo, get it. Affinity Reborn wasting time. Elites with a dribble. Lights with a block. In comes Soj. Dunk in front. One more touch. He's got the dunk as well. Soj does something great by doing nothing at all. He waits behind the ball. He waits behind the challenge. And Affinity Reborn should secure game 2 at that one.
I absolutely love that play right there, and I love how you put it. He did a lot by doing nothing at all. Sometimes patience, just waiting is the answer. And he finds back-to-back low 50s right there on the goal line, kind of cooks the entire team and grabs back that momentum because even though they were up 4-2, they, had just been scored on twice. Glide was looking like a different team. So, they're looking for that clean sweep. I think grabbing that momentum back right there at the end was huge.
It is. They did call for a server reset mid-game, so we are going to get a server reset here for these teams going into game number 3. But again, it's just we're seeing what Affinity Reborn are made of. I've seen that result last week. That was no fluke. That was no surprise to them because it looks like they could just do it again this week. Yeah. Honestly, with how they're playing, it does seem very possible. We've seen a lot of sweeps recently in Black Line, and it feels like this is going to be added to that. Because again, our most recent match, again, was that premium match between Breeze and Slop Mafia. That was a sweep. Before that, we had another match between New Age Sharks and Team Aggression. That was a sweep in Black Line. One before that was Breeze White, New Age Octanes, I believe. That was also a sweep. So Black Line loves to have sweeps. We haven't had a long series in a while. We'll see if maybe Glide can lengthen it, but it's going to be a very tough thing to do.
It certainly is. They have an uphill battle. I would not be surprised with how we saw them kind of biting down and showing that grit last game at the end of it. I wouldn't be surprised to see them steal a game here potentially, but going to be very hard to win 3 in a row.
It is going to be very tough, but we have seen it happen. Actually, we've seen it happen very recently. We've seen teams get those reverse sweeps, and Glide be one of them. And yeah, and it will be interesting to see if they can do it. Affinity were already back in. Glide needing an extra second. They were the ones to call for the reset, so were the ones that had some, I think, some internet issues overall. But again, Affinity Warren have been looking solid. Again, they swept their opponents in week 1 in Astral Elite, but this one definitely another impressive matchup. And again, this is a really good start for Affinity Warren if they can have 2 straight sweeps, because it's gonna put them on the radar. And guess what? If you're on the radar of the admins, you're more likely to be moved up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that, right? Because a lot of times, a lot of these leagues, it'll be the same teams that kind of, maybe GC1 is the cutoff, and they're champ 3 div 4 for 4 seasons in a row, and they're just dominating, right? So I love that kind of, regardless of your rank, if you're beating teams higher ranked than you continue to move up.
We are getting ourselves right into this one. Game number 3. Affinity Reborn on the verge of a sweep. Glide have tried in week 1. They couldn't get the win. To go 0-2 in this point, it'll put them on the radar, but not for any good reasons. And Affinity Reborn looking to try to make that happen here. Game 3 on DFH Stadium. This is Affinity Reborn's chance to go 2-0 in the season.
And this does seem to be a better server for them, as we saw Bro the 100 ping consistently last series. And what it's looking like is maybe 2 of the players are kind of central and 1 is west, and the farther east server that we get is going to be really hard for them. So this ping definitely a lot more forgiving.
It is a lot more, and maybe that will help Glide come back, but right now, that's not looking so true. It leads to they've done this kind of passing all day long for Affinity Reborn, and they're still doing it, and it's still working. It's so simple, it's so elegant, but yet it's so smart. It's such a great playstyle, and the chemistry of Affinity Reborn definitely being shown here.
Yeah, chemistry for sure. As we said, I didn't see. I'm not sure that Soja's last Unreal solo go, I don't think it was assisted, but we talked about it. They started off 4-0 last game, and all 4 goals were assisted. And the first 3, it was 1 apiece. They all had an assist. So the chemistry, it's not just that 1-2 punch. It doesn't matter who is up there. They have that chemistry together, and I think that's something that makes them so dangerous.
And when here comes danger, here comes Affinity Reborn, and something else that they have attitude is that they are, able to get bumps on that back line. And, if they do find issues with that Glide defense, which they haven't found too many issues with that Glide defense, they'll just go and remove that last defender instead of trying to get the pass around them. But still, getting beat. Soj looking in the midfield for Elites. Affinity Reborn again continuing to try to find each other in space, but Glide are waiting back. Tomato the back wall. This one hit there by Decky. And Soj trying to wait on it. Ice. Stop there. Elites. Gets the beat. Ice moving up, trying to get the bump on Tomato. Flick on. 2 commits for Affinity Reborn, but Elites will get the save. And this one will be sent out quickly. Glide trying their own attack on offense, but this one, while involved bumps and demos, it just wasn't creative enough.
Oh, but a big body 50 there from Decky, A big 50 as well in front of the net. Can't quite line up the second one. They're kind of throwing everything at it right now. Is Glide, and that long clear will finally slow down this push. Oh, nice touch by Soj, Sporty, this Affinity Reborn is just big body in front of the net. They will dunk you on your goal line time and time again.
Yeah, this is the kind of pressure that Affinity Reborn have wanted to put in ever since the start of the season. This is the kind of pressure they have put in since the start of the season. It's just one where they're not doing anything crazy. You know what they want to do. They're just making the right decisions at the right time, and they're playing up to you. They're not going to give you a lot of easy access space. They will attack when they need to. As now another dunk goes in from Elites this time. Affinity Reborn are now dunk masters. We might as well seal them in hoops.
Could not agree more. And I have to say, I think that keeping up with the pace of Affinity is causing Glide just to overextend themselves slightly. And I know it's tough. It's really tough to depend on that defense all series long, but I would like to see him kind of slow it down, play a little safer as third man, and just, play off the back foot and try to expose any weaknesses, any mistakes, into transition that they can.
see if that's what they can do. So just go for a ground bounce there. I think he just went for a ground bounce touch on that one. I mean, he went for it. Affinity Reborn at this point, they have no reason why not to, because they're leading by so many goals, and Glide have not been able to get much offense on them. You know, I thought the last game was pretty rough for Glide's offense. This one, it feels similar, but they just haven't gotten shots on the end of these plays, and that's a problem for Glide. They may have, I think, more ball control, but they don't have more shots, and gonna make things tough for them when their offense is just not going to get plays on the net, because ultimately you do need chances. Now Decky stopped by Tomato, and already the offense of Affinity Reborn back on full force. That's how quickly these guys transition away from having to play some close defense against Clyde.
They do, and there was a team bump. I believe it was Bra and Ice that caused them to kind of lose that last possession. And I tell you what, Affinity Reborn, they're very sneaky. It's like all of a sudden, it's not, they've been dominating this series, but it's not domination in traditional fashion that we see, where a team just smothers you, makes you play defense the entire time. It's not that kind of game. It's they'll play defense, they'll play offense, but then all of a sudden they score back to back, and then it's a little bit of a stalemate for 90 seconds, and then they score back to back again. And it's like out of nowhere. You don't feel like you're getting dominated, but on the scoreboard you are.
Yeah, but that's going to be more of what you're going to see at this level. At this level, these players have to respect each other. That's a shot on from Decky. Wait a second. Glide got that one a bit too easily. It goes off the sidewall and just missed there from Elites. And wow, that's going to be about as easy as they come for Glide. Decky will always take that chance when he's given it.
Yeah, Decky's not missing that one, I can tell you. I've seen him play quite a bit. And, it seems maybe they're getting a little flashy with it, as Elites was looking for a pretty crazy redirect play right there. But it also seems that, Glide lock in towards the end of games. They start to play better when it's almost too little too late, or they kind of have to make it a crazy comeback, right? And you're not going to win consistently at this level unless you come out starting very, very strong. But I would have to say, that it's just as much what Affinity Reborn did right today in this series, not as opposed to what Glide did wrong.
Affinity Reborn, again, level of domination they had, and I was going to talk about is the fact that at this level, more teams are going to dominate series like that. They're not going to outright beat you and beat you down. No, the way they're going to do it is they're just going to be better than you. They're not going to try to hold possession, not going to try to limit your offense. No, they'll let you play offense. They're just going to play better on defense, and they're going to play better when they go upfield. That's how it feels at this level, to have teams that are just better than you. And again, you're going to get offense, but you may not get much of it, and you may not be able to make much of it. And that's exactly what Affinity Reborn did to Glide here. Glide, they tried to get some place, they tried to get some say, but Affinity Reborn were just better, as I've said already. A 3-0 sweep. This team in Affinity Reborn, what a start to the season they're having here. 2 series already, and nobody has been able to lay a hand on them.
Yeah, very, very strong team. And, with Soj and Elites, I'm not as familiar with Tomato, but I was very impressed by him tonight. But as soon as I saw both Soj and Elites on the squad, I already kind of knew that was going to be a really good squad. But something pretty awesome here to look at. 10 shots for Affinity Reborn, 3 goals, leaving 7 shots, all 7 saved by Glide. So it's like, Glide was doing, they found 5 shots, they found a goal, they had 7 big saves, but every single shot that they didn't save went in. And that's, as you said, that's what this level's about. Affinity Reborn, they're not about putting a bunch of shots up that might not go in. No, if they shoot at your net, it's on target. It's going to go in unless you stop it.
And again, what a huge play there. The Affinity Reborn fans, and I know there's a good amount of them in chat, will be happy with that result. Happy to know that their team has another incredible win. Yeah, they should be very happy again, because this season has just started off perfectly for Affinity Reborn, and I don't know, how much tougher is it going to get for them going into week 3? They get to play against Team El Hombre, which is actually one of the scarier teams in this grouping, so it will be interesting to see. But again, what a night it has been for these guys, and we are getting an update. We're gonna get an interview here, so let's move back to my server so we can invite Sojin.
Oh, let me see if I can real quick. I'll let you know, but because he might be doing it solo. But if I can get in, I will. Okay, yeah, looks like I can. Yeah, I'm good.
Right, let's get back to my server. I'll invite Sojin. We'll get an interview for you guys.
Okay.
Just give us a minute. As here we go again, a big win. I see that as yeah. We're gonna get Infinity Reborn into this one and get them invited here. When Again, I'm really impressed with Affinity Born because I know these guys have been talking a lot about this match. They've been talking about a lot about preparing for this series. I was able to talk with Soj a lot, kind of in preparation to this, and yeah, he was extremely excited for this one, and for obvious reason, these guys again are really proving, I think, to everybody they are a team you cannot mess with. As I should also mention, thank you during the stream, Taku RL the raid, and Alex Great with the follow again. Thank you guys for that support. It is again Affinity Born sweep here against Glide, and really, they just look so strong. They are making this look quite routine for them, and that's a good sign, because it's not that these wins are just happening. No, they look routine. They look comfortable.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they looked absolutely comfortable the entire series, but here they are. Welcome in, boys. Congratulations. And I'm not sure who I would actually crown the MVP. I think, it's all good. That's typically who I'd start with, but we'll start with the elites. How you feeling, elites?
Fancy, fun.
I love it. I mean, how could you not feel us? And we'll kind of go on of what Sporty was saying, kind of segue into that. Was there any point that you guys didn't feel in control? Because that's exactly what he was saying. That it seemed you guys were comfortable in control the whole time, and that's kind of how we felt. The only time I would consider is when they started to come back there in game number 2. But yeah, how'd you guys feel control wise?
Uh, Personally, I felt like we're in control for most of the game. Uh, I don't know. We're kind of just we weren't like not focused, but we were kind of laughing the whole time. Just kind of not fully focused. We were half trying.
We had some silly moments, but
Yeah, for sure.
we pulled through. We got the dub, and that's what matters.
We did lock in that into that second game though for just about 30 seconds.
They had to just make sure you're locked in. But again, as I predicted, Zenzio, these guys didn't. We're having a good time. It felt like these guys were doing it pretty effortlessly, and yeah, I mean, literally, these guys are laughing during the middle of the series. So, again, as you said, Soj, again, you guys having fun, and really, the start of the season has been perfect for you guys. A 3-0 sweep over Ashley in week 1, and now a 3-0 sweep over Glide in week 2. Can you take us through, what is it about you guys that is allowing you to get this kind of a start? Because for a lot of teams, moving around the divisions, it's not easy to get yourself good starts, but you guys are doing exactly that. What about these, first 2 weeks? And what about you guys in preparation for these first 2 weeks? It's allowed you to be just this successful because, again, a lot of teams have talked about kind of effortless wins, but you guys, it actually seemed like it was pretty effortless.
Yeah, I think all of us being, we're all in college. We all played Rocket League. I've been to several tournaments in person and online, and I think just having the experience really helps us lock it in early season. Get the early wins and show people that they should be scared of us.
I love it. Yeah. And we were talking about that kind of before precast that, locking in those dubs at the beginning of the season always feels good, right? You never want to start off, kind of losing and then having to fight your way back pretty much. You kind of immediately establish yourself. But I'm asked Tomato, do you guys have any teams that you guys have like on the radar that you kind of, I don't want to say fear, but teams that you're not just going to be having fun with it. You need to be locked in from game 1.
Zen, I think personally, the squad that we run, we aren't going to be scared of anybody, right? Everybody we come up to, either 3-0, 3-1. I don't expect us to lose a game the rest of the season. I don't think anyone's really on our radar for the most part.
I like that. Okay, let me just clarify. You say a game, or you mean a series by that?
A game, right? You go down one game, we get a little too silly. These guys are a bit goofy. I try to keep them in check for the most part, but that happens to every team. Not every team's perfect, but still, I just don't think that anyone will be able to take us down.
The conference coming in full force from Tomato. I would have thought at least you guys would have mentioned Light Gaming because that's a pretty scary team in this group. But I guess even the winners of the Challenger season of the year right below this one aren't going to scare Affinity Reborn. Which if that team doesn't scare you, then no team will scare you in this grouping. Again, you guys definitely confident in yourself, and why shouldn't you be? You guys have had a perfect start to the season. There's been no issues, it feels, whatsoever for you guys, at least in these matches. Again, I feel a sweep over a Glide here, and I mean, and you guys just continue to do this. I mean, next week, as I said, again, you guys have to play against Team El Hombre, but obviously, I don't need to talk about that matchup because you guys are going to feel sweep them, it sounds. Instead, though, Instead, though, I would just like to mention, I mean, kind of going forward in the season, obviously, you guys want to be the best team you can be. So, what are you guys kind of, working towards here in this season? Teams work to, different things. Some teams want to win the whole thing. Some teams just want to get better. Some teams want to move up a division. Some teams want to impress and get to a certain tournament because of it. What is the reason for you guys playing in this tournament? Because it is still the start of the season, so you have to have your goals be big.
Yeah, I think for this tournament, I mean, I hate to bring this up, but this is Tomato's first like competitive thing
Oh,
in
nice.
like 2 years or something. So this is the first time he's really getting back into the swing of things. And I think what I want to do is I want to be able to make it as far as possible to just really show, like this guy knows what he's doing.
I like it. I like it. And obviously, starting off like this, we talk about all the time, that confidence is huge. As you guys said, you and Elites played in so many things. You guys kind of got that ice in your veins where you're not really, worried about it. You're not coming into a series nervous. And yeah, best of luck the rest of the season. I don't know if Sporty has any more questions, but I just want to say congrats, on a great, great win. It was, a really solid team effort. Everybody got involved. You guys absolutely dominated. So yeah, congratulations and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you, thank you.
But before
Thank
you
you.
guys go, we'll get some. We always end off with shoutouts. So I thought you guys for a second you guys were gonna leave here, and I was like, no, we need to get the shoutouts going here. Again, congratulations on your win, as N0 has said already. But we'll get some shoutouts. Let's start with Elites, and we'll go down the line. Elites, do you have any shoutouts? Anything you want to say? Anybody you want to thank? Anybody that you have in mind?
I wasn't looking in chat, so I don't know here, but just shout out the Affinity supporters that
I know Yule was going hard.
Yeah.
I'll add it on to that. Let's move on to Tomato. Is there anybody that you have in mind, Tomato, that you'd like to thank for helping you get to this point? Because again, for being a guy who's relatively newer to get this kind of stuff after having such a long break, is there anybody that you want to thank that helps you get to this point?
Yeah, just my parents, my family, friends who come out to support, who watch the stream, and obviously, the boys at Affinity who, continue to talk and chat and all that.
And we'll now end with Soj. Is there anything you'd like to say, Soj? Feel sweep, you guys are still as strong as ever. Is there anybody that you have in mind that has helped you get to this point?
Yeah, I wanna do a quick shout out. There are two people specifically I know who are watching tonight who have been with me from the beginning. I want to shout out Eric's and Rico. Both of them have been helping me through Rocket League ever since the start, and I wouldn't be here without them.
And congratulations on your win here. Affinity Reborn, a field sweep over Glide. Good luck next week. Hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yep. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks,
GGs,
guys.
boys. Yes, sir.
GG's.
Zero. That concludes at least my nights with you here. And so unfortunately you can't stay for the next years. I know you got to go live soon, so we'll make this quick. Is there anything you want to say as well? I know you always say the same thing every single time, but I still always give you a chance to say it. So
you already know. You already know what I'm
anything
gonna
you'd like to say?
Big shout out to Sporty for having me on. Big shout out to the community. Every time I'm here, absolute blast. I always feel so welcome. And there's a reason that I always make this joke, but I'm pretty serious about it. I think that I've co-casted with Sporty more than every other caster put together times two. Like I actually believe that. So yeah, always a blast. And big shout out to you for having me on, and big shout out to your community.
Thank you so much for joining us, Enzo. Have fun streaming tonight. We'll make sure we get that raid to you later on, because I already promised you I'm gonna get a raid to you tonight.
Hey, you don't have to do all that, but I always appreciate you.
We'll see you again. Have a great night, Zenzo. I'll see you soon.
Hey, you too, buddy. Peace.
That was Zen0 there, as well as again that very Reborn team that got that 3-0 sweep win. Our next match will still be a best of 5. It's gonna be versus Bar Down, a Skyward Series All-Star matchup, and that will be coming up next. It'll be coming up very, very soon. For now, we're gonna reset the series. We'll go to a quick break, and we'll set things up for that matchup. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Back to the sportiest stream. We are right back at the action for you. Not even too much of a delay here. And our next matchup, yeah, versus Bar Down, part of the Skyward series. This should be an interesting one. A matchup will definitely be interesting for a lot of people out there. And say specifically, it's going to be interesting for those Yeah fans. Because Yeah have had he's definitely an interesting season so far. If Bar Down are considered the better team though overall. Hello, Break in chat, how you doing? I see you. We are gonna get this series started in just a moment or two. And Bar Down 4-0 right now with all their wins against 2X Incognito, Whiteout Atlas, FFV Akatsuki, and Forever Almost Nuts. Again, the weakest of the teams being, the strongest of the teams being 2X Incognito, so over Ball Down, this is actually going to be another match that's kind of at the level that they've been playing already. They haven't played too many super high-level teams, but they do have, again, that time in the season. I think it's going to get tougher for them as it gets on at regular season for again, a 2-2 record, wins against Forever Almost Nuts and Swordfish Aquatic, who are rating the bottom of that grouping, and their losses coming to Silent Reaper, 3-1, and to New Age Demon Hounds, who are 4-0. For now, at least, again, the team, they're right in the middle of this thing. They're right smack dab. A 2-2 record. Makes sense for a team that has just, again, moved up here. Again, impressive for a team that's just moving up the division. Again, Monster Pedos being the only player last season to have stuck around, but it's a team full of a lot of, champion level players, playing up to GC1. Very tough experience, especially now that they have to go against an undefeated Bar Down side. This best of 3. A lot of things can definitely happen. We'll see if maybe can make the upset, but are not the favorites in this one against Bar Down. Let's get that prediction poll alive here. You'll to vote here on the stream. Again, our last match tonight, the versus Bar Down. Again, the series we had before was a 3-0 sweep win for Affinity Reborn against Glide. We'll see if things will update or change here for the team in Bar Down, who've had such a strong season so far. Assume most people would probably predict nuts, but we'll have to see where that chat goes, what the chat thinks will happen. Sure, get votes in, tell us who you think will win this one. I'm overall very excited to see how this will work. And just looking to get things ready to go. With these, as soon as these teams join, we're good to get things sorted out. 5 series should be underway any moment. Again, I don't know who of that roster will be available tonight. I know Masha's going to be available. Looks like Masha, Poop Soup, Sonoda, and Tredsky are all available tonight. I mean, the only one that's not here is 86. That'll be interesting, but admittedly, 86 does have a playstyle similar to Tredsky. Oh, this roster works, and one of the big concerns I've had with them this season is that they've relied a lot on Sonoda for offense. This team does well whenever it's not Sonoda who's scoring. They do well whenever it's not Sonoda who's making the offense happen. We've seen Tredsky, we've seen Masha, we've seen everybody else on this roster have those strong moments on offense, but can they do it more consistently? Right now, the answer seems to be a no, and that's concerning if they aren't getting offense consistently from everyone, because against Bar Down, you're going to have to do it. Bar Down roster is very strong. Spross, Hammer, Jaskala, and Decaps. Playing on Bar Down. Expect those first 3 names to be the ones playing tonight. Let's see what this works. Change, if at all. They should change and update, and we'll see again how things work here. We'll be excited on this one, on how it'll end, how we'll go through. It'll be, again, a best of 5. Again, hopefully all of you are having a good night so far. Again, this will be our last match tonight if you take a look at that schedule. Again, earlier we had Affinity Reborn, 3-0 sweep Glide. Actually, with Zen0 on the stream now. Bar Down and being each other on. But this will be an exciting one. At least I expect it to be. We've had matches basically every single night so far. Every single night, not Monday though. Had matches on every single night since Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today is Friday. Actually, have matches Saturday and Sunday. We've already got those planned out. Get interesting. It should be interesting. It could be very close. That's the thing. It could be a really close match. We'll have to see about that. They're gonna come down to if they're gonna make this one close. Or Bardown is gonna win this like they have so far this season. Down, have just been so strong. And but even with them not having a good start in week 1 with a 3-2 win over Lux Incognito, they've had issues. And I haven't seen really Bardown play a super tough opponent yet, but admittedly, they've had some. They've had their their fair share of tough times, and they've come to be clutch when it matters most. See how things work for them. And going to be definitely a tougher opponent for them, I think. Well, we'll see if it'll be a tough opponent for them than 2X Incognito. 2X is not bad as well. Hello, Mozart. Hello. Welcome in. See you. Thanks for saying hi. Have that series very soon with Team taking on Bardown. 2-2 side against the 4-0 side. As Hammer, Jaskla, and Spross are in here for Bardown. Well, be throwing in to their roster. Again, they have multiple players. They have 4 players, it looks like, to be available tonight. So, any of those 4 players can play for them. And this team is not one to, say no to substitutes. Although they haven't really done it too often recently. They've kind of gone away from bringing in subs if they don't need to. It'd be a question of who's playing tonight, what their playstyle is going to look like with it. Again, their big question for them is who's going to be the one that's leading the offense. If it's going to be Sonoda, I don't see this team winning very easily because a lot of times, when they rely on Sonoda, they sit really far back. And you cannot do that. Teams like Bardown. You have to be able to match their offensive output with yours. And, well, now, at least for I need to see, again, I've seen it happen with them before. Players do step up to offense. Who will be that step-up player here? I really think if Tredsky's playing, he's going to be the one that I'm going to look at. To really be that step-up player, because a lot of times it feels like Tredsky is the next one who can play that offensive style, really be aggressive, and it just feels like at times he holds himself back. And, they really can't afford to do that here against Bardown. They have to throw a lot at that net, and they have to play very consistently here to get their chances to work for them. We are waiting on Team to join on in. As soon as they're ready, things sorted out, and we'll get things started. And versus Bardown, a Skyward Series match to end the night off. Thank you all so much for joining in, throwing in your support, and voting in that prediction poll. If you haven't, go do it. Missing out. We are having some issues. I don't know why haven't joined yet. Hopefully they're okay. We'll give them a little bit of time if they need it. Oh, again, at least 4 of the players are available tonight, so we will come in here as soon as we can. Again, still trying to things out. It actually seems like the roster tonight might be Poop Soup, Sonoda, and Tredsky. As it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. It's actually going to be those 3 guys playing tonight. So again, I said if Tredsky's playing, look at him. And really, all these guys actually on this team could be very aggressive. I like that, kind of the roster they have tonight. It's definitely a more aggressive one. Masha is pretty defensive overall, so not surprised that they would want to go for a more aggressive team especially against Bardown, who are 4-0. Let's see what they can do. Bardown have been undefeated so far. They've gone to Game 5 once, but with being what might be their toughest matchup since that first week, will things be different, or will they continue on winning a best-of-5 series in the Skyward series to find out in this 3v3 matchup? Bardown on the orange, on the blue. The question for is, who's going to be the offensive output? Bardown, we know what they can do in offense. They're already showing it. They're already just playing this methodical midfield kind of style. They're closing in on that net through the midfield. You have to do is they have to be able to counter with offense of their own. Have a similar output. Sonoda stopped by Jaskla. Bardown going back the other way. Trying to create more offense. Jaskla 50 with Poop Soup. Sonoda jumping up. 1 touch for him. Yeah, trying to find space as Trutsky's shot will be kept out by Hammer. Trutsky's still on it, but has no boost to work with. And yeah, we'll have to move back, bar down. We'll look for more offense as Poop Soup. Get to Jaskula's, yeah. But he's starting to struggle with some boost issues. They are, they're trying to push up high. They're trying to push up and get these challenges. The fact of the matter is they're sitting back, still pretty far back. And this is kind of the way that, I like to play. And doesn't mean their style is one that uses a lot of boost when they reach for these 50-50s. All you do is just be wary of how they're playing, what the resources are like for them, how they have to manage them. If they can manage them well, they won't be in too many troubles for how they're playing as Poop Soup on the back wall. Hammer missed, so did Sonoda. Trutsky's waiting back. The shot will be wide of the post, and it will be barred down with that first major opportunity, but that one just wouldn't be good enough for them. Went wide, a little bit far away, and yeah, well, maybe the chance the other way. Trutsky, drop down shot. Jaskula with no issue to save that one, and already, loving the offensive style that they're playing. This is one that feels much more team-based. Everybody getting a little bit involved in offense when they can. And being so even, things are going to work for them. As Sonoda with the shot. And, well, even with everybody on getting offense, some things just can't change. Sonoda, I mean, we know what he can do on offense. He's been the major offensive goal supplier for this side of, gets goal 1 for them in this series. Almost 2 minutes in, already with a strike. Now looking for another one is Trutsky. Jaskula. Challenged by Poop Soup. Hammer trying to find the clear. Sonoda waiting back. Still in front. Jaskula challenge. Sonoda will get there. And Trutsky will clear it away. Moving up. Bump. Poop Soup. That one wide. Hammer waiting, but he maybe went too much. Sonoda's gonna take it again. And bar down, having some issues on the back line. The pace of Sonoda, too much for them to handle. Oh, these awkward bounces, getting the better of bar down. Now double their lead to 2. Sonoda. Hammer trying to get a stop on it. Trutsky. Not done with just 2 goals. They want more. Really gonna make this interesting about, is how that offense will continue to manifest itself between Poop Soup, Trutsky, and Sonoda. All of these guys, able to get offense. They continue that gonna play through all 3 of them, or all things start to fall apart for them. It's been a good start, but good starts can just be that. Good starts. Need to be able to unlock the way to make this consistent, and it's going to be by doing it again and again, proving that it's not just a 1 or 2 time thing, that they can do it game after game. Consistency is key at this level. But that consistency will be very helpful for them if they want to take down, bar down. Trutsky sent to the back wall. Hammer will get there. Poop Soup. Early challenge, doesn't get the shot, but you can tell he was looking to get that angle. Now Sonoda, challenged by Spross. All the way back goes, Sonoda. Let Jaskula have this one. Across his goal line. Again, not too pressured, at least for now, but right on, I like that they are still going for the offense. They're still getting chances. But again, they're still challenging early on, as early as you can expect them to. A team that doesn't mind diving into challenges. It does sometimes leave them awkward in the back line, but at least for now, they've looked pretty good at not committing too heavily in this back line on this defensive side. Sure, they keep things as simple as they can, as now Spross waiting in the midfield. Jaskula will get to that one as, trying to clear. Trutsky, the side roll. Jaskula in the midfield. Poop Soup sends it long, and that's gonna fall all the way in. Not even a bounce into the net, just straight from the back line. Poop Soup launches that to the bar down net, and are continuing their excellence here in game 1. No questions, Poop Soup knows how to shoot. And this is Team bringing the offense. And this is what I needed to see from them. I needed to see more than just Sonoda, more than just one player getting shots. And have brought that here. It's not just Trutsky who's playing well, it's Poop Soup too. And this offense now really does feel like it has a life of it. It has energy. That's been, again, an offense that's been dead for so often this season. Got a team that's 2-2, but against Bar Down, that offense is coming alive here in game 1. A perfect showing of what could be here to come here, and what could be here to stay for this side trying to get used to this all-star division. As Trutsky, 30 seconds left, trying to get the clear. As Jaskula won't get that one. Spross, one touch. Poop Soup can't get it. Sonoda getting chased from behind. It will be cleared away. As yeah, trying to slow the play down. Poop Soup. Oh, he's backflipped on it. Retouch from Jaskula will go high. Tretzky won't reach it. That should be a chance. It will be in from Spross. And bar down, still hoping there's a chance for them in this game. Time slowly running away from them, but admittedly, that mistake from Tretzky will be all that bar down need to score. Again, it's not that bar down haven't tried. They've done well at putting on pressure. The pressure they brought hasn't been enough. It hasn't been there for them. And they will end this game with a 3-1 deficit and a 1-0 series deficit as well, because yeah, I've definitely brought in a really great start, and they're actually looking for more. Why not? We'll hit the ground though. Yeah, we'll take the first game of the series. It's all about the offense for yeah. Sure, Sonoda still might be leading them in offense, but Poop Soup and Tretzky right there behind him. They needed this if they're going to take down Bar Down. And I need to do this again. It's not going to be one of those things where they can do it and hope that they do just fine. No, they're going to have to do it consistently as... Hello, Marvin chat. How you doing? Nice to see you again. It's good to see some of these Return favors coming in for the last match of the night. Yeah, taking on Bar Down and... Oh, dear. Uh-oh. We're having some issues. We'll reset here for Game 2. I apologize on that. These teams were not ready. Quickly, I'm gonna make sure you don't see the match lobby info, but I apologize on that. And hopefully we'll get this fixed up, sorted to go. Apologies there. We had some issues with the players getting in the lobby. And it's yeah versus Bar Down. Means this could be a bit more of a prolonged break for Bar Down, but I'm sure they'll be happy with that. There, we'll split things up. We'll get them in here for Game 2. But picks up for this says, hello, Colwood. Here for Sonoda, they better clutch. Well, right now in Game 1, Sonoda looks pretty good. Again, against Bar Down, who again undefeated 4 outside. Yeah, could make a really big statement here if they take this team down. Especially with the offense looking as it is. They just need to do this again. Simple as that. They can recreate what they've done before. They'll be just fine at getting these wins. But that's gonna be a question for yeah. They have had issues with consistency in the past. Typically, I think actually Sonoda has always been kind of under scrutiny for maybe having a lack of consistency at times. But again, with Tretzky and Poop Soup supporting him, there actually is now more support. Here we go. Both teams back in for this one. Apologies on that delay there, but back and ready to go to continue this best of 5 series. Game number 2. Yeah, leading 1-0 with an impressive offensive showing in Game 1. Now they just need to make sure they do it again. Easier said than done, especially with Bar Down still being that strong team. Yeah, they're going to need to continue bringing some really good offense, bringing some plays that are going to be tough for Bar Down to deal with. A lot of it is going to come down to Tretzky and a Poop Soup, not just Sonoda. Again, it's going to be all about that consistency at this point as Bar Down looking to try to get one early here. Sonoda with the clear. And Amber's overcommitted. It's open for Poop Soup. And he'll take it down. Yeah, we'll have goal 1 as Bar Down are now goal down. And they're also overcommitting on offense as, Hammer just kind of walked in. Didn't really think and second guess why he was moving up to offense. I think his brain just kind of left him there. It's one of those things where you shut your brain off and you really shouldn't have. Yeah, we'll take what is kind of a gifted goal there as Bar Down, simply put, just didn't have a very strong rotation to get things going for them. We'll get things going in Game 2. Yeah, with a 1-goal lead and just look to continue this as Poop Soup. But he has that 1 goal. Now looking for a second. That one quickly on. Saved by Spross as he gets past Tretzky. Second touch from Spross. Sonoda waiting as Hammer's touch will go straight to him. And Sonoda with some very strong control here. But he does lose it now in the midfield. Tretzky keeps it away. Bar Down. Trying to hit the offense. It's another chance for Spross. And he's trying to get the beat there. It will be a tie game as the air rotation fell apart. Oh, and it's Poop Soup. Just got removed from the field. A bump there. That's what makes it so open for Spross. Without that bump, you would expect Poop Soup to get to that one quite easily. He does make what was a relatively easy play for run into a nightmare. Yeah, we're going to see a lot more of this, I think, between them and Bar Down. Where Bar Down and yeah, are both going to try to score on each other's now. Oh, what a pass across. Miss from Sonoda. Gretzky getting the dunk. It's rolling towards the net. Jaskula will be there to save, but again, yeah, this Yeah team not ever trying to leave the offense. They want it as much as possible. They want it badly. They want that lead as quickly as they can get it. We're going to be about that patience if they're going to get there. Such a tough thing for a team like Yeah, who seems so eager to get themselves back and to prove that they are the better team here, that they don't realize that with time, distant play, they will get their goals. It's going to be able to recognize that they don't have to force things. They don't have to play fast, efficient. They just need to play, quickly here. They need to play well. A lot of it might just be due to kind of wait in that back line and, see when the plays open up for them. See when they can really make this Bar Down defense struggle. Now in the midfield, Trudsky to the back wall. Looking for the second touch. Won't get it. In front for Sonoda. This one pinched up high. And Jaskula will send it away. But it goes straight to Poop Soup. Well, not a very good touch from him. Jaskula. Trudsky sends it out to Poop Soup. And this one will now be cleared by Yeah. While Bar Down are looking for the continuation of their offense. And we'll just continue to sit back, let the play come to them, but a demo in front. Jaskula to shoot, and Sonoda missed it! Sonoda didn't get the touch for a player so consistent. He's going to be kicking himself for that one. And Bar Down now have the lead. And it's a little more like what I expected from them. And the Yeah offense, well, it has still been consistent. Another question comes to them, how are they managing these demos on defense? They are trying to take things slow, but on defense, it's so easy to demo players when they want to sit in that net. Yeah, well, again, they've been very far back in this game. They've not wanted to push up so high on defense. Having a problem for them as, oh my goodness, Trudsky under the dunk there. Yeah, still keeping it up as Poop Soup. Off the sidewall. Cleared by Jaskula, Sonoda. Straight to Jaskula, but he will get the clear off the back wall. Yeah, should continue offense as this one sent down. Trudsky, one more touch. That one dropped in front for Poop Soup. And yeah, we'll get this one. It's goal number 2 for Poop Soup. Long as watching just that little extra touch from Trudsky. Just enough to center it. He knows he doesn't need to score there. Just needs to make sure that last defender can't get the save. And yeah, toe-to-toe with Bar Down. Bar Down still have a couple tricks up their sleeve, I feel. Yeah, I mean, they're going to really want to get that lead as soon as possible. Really keep Bar Down away. Oh, as Sonoda won't get it. Poop Soup. Trying to clear. Low boost. Now doesn't get the boost. Sonoda. In the corner. Spross trying to circle his way in. Pinch from Jaskula. Trudsky to the corner. Sonoda on low. Gets the fake under hammer. Now with less than 10 to go. Trudsky. Jaskula. Poop Soup. We'll have to wait, but Jaskula's miss. Leads it to Spross. Yes, still being there. They're still holding that back wall. Defending it tightly. They aren't going to make that same mistake again. They're not going to let the ball bounce so easily. Here for Bar Down. Such a stringent defense. One that's not going to let things get through without Bar Down really forcing it and really asking for it. Maybe a chance for Jaskula. Up by Sonoda. Poop Soup calls for the clear. Goes straight to Spross, and yeah, right now, not able to get out of defense. Light touch, straight to hammer. To the back wall, jumping his Poop Soup, but he won't get it! Jaskula will score! Bar Down will have a walk-in shot! And the back wall has been an issue for you. Well, they have defended it well. That is not as hard as the touch should be for Poop Soup. He really didn't have much air game on that. Right now, the back wall leading to 2 goals that, yeah, could have prevented the offense of Bar Down simply just exploiting that one weakness. As now they go again. Off the back wall, Jaskula almost got another one, but Sonoda would be there to take away the rebound. Out clear, Sonoda. The midfield sent to Trudsky. It's around 1. Time running out for Yeah, but they've got a chance of field. Poop Soup can't put it on. Sonoda maybe trying to center it. He's got that first touch. Won't get the second of Poop Soup. Now just desperately there to get a touch on it. Yeah, still not direct on that net. Trudsky waiting. The 50 on hammer. Right now, it feels like Yeah, just pull themselves back, not trying to take any major risks. They don't want to give up a goal, but at this point, that doesn't matter for them. They need to get offense. They need to get it soon as Sonoda. Drop down. Trudsky. Oh, he doesn't get very much power on it. Yeah, still trying to ask the questions as Sonoda. Spross will get there. Trudsky. Oh, he's going to be getting to this one, but he will be a bit slow. Time will run out as this one will hit the ground. And Bar Down, simply put, exploited the back wall Yeah, I think they're going to be pretty unhappy with that performance. It's one where they had that offense, it still looked there, but the defense fell short. That back wall was not covered enough. I think the next game we're going to see, prioritize keeping someone back there and keeping someone on that wall, because simply put, that's what lost them the game. Bar Down got a lot of their goals, 2 of them in fact, simply from back wall mistouches. And again, probably recognizing that, they're going to put in more priority at getting to the back wall in time, at clearing the ball away off the back wall, and forcing Bar Down to take a more grounded style, one that they can challenge quite easily. But now the series is tied. Bar Down, I didn't expect them to not get a game in this series. And we'll see how this one unfolds. I don't know what that kickoff was. A double fake from both these sides. You see a lot in 2s, not so much in 3s, but I guess we have one here. As Bar Down trying to again get that quick offense. Strutsky though gets past Jaskula. Hammer missing him down, but he's prioritized the bump, and here comes Sonoda. That's gonna be a miss out to the front post. And as soon as it's Bar Down prioritized the bump on Strutsky, you knew they were in hot water. Well, Sonoda is gonna make sure they stay in that hot water. Shot to the front post, no questions asked. Again, prioritizing to continue that offense. Consistency was there even last game. That offense is here to stay. The defense, though, that back wall will be the question mark here for Bar Down. I expect them to continue to try to exploit it as much as they can. It worked for them last game. Why change it for this one? It's an easy way to beat teams at this level. It's one that works so consistently even against some of the strongest teams here. That back wall is a tough part to defend. Oh my goodness, what a shot that is from Spross! Lofted to the net. And again, the bumps as well, coming in still. Sonoda, simply put, didn't see Jaskula there, and man, he now sees him there after that bump. An easy shot for Bar Down. In the style on defense, it's one that's getting exploited quite easily here from Bar Down, and both these teams having successes. Oh my goodness, Tretzky! Pick it, choose it, goes to the bottom right corner. Have taken the lead right back, and this is only in the first minute, mind you. I mean, that is some incredible accuracy from Tretzky. I mean, you could not place that much better if you tried to. Bar Down, baffled. His offensive shooting has just become insane as they've now found the bottom right corner 2 times already. The Bar Down offense always seems to have answers. What team will bring the defense here for, a lot of what they're doing is just having good shooting. Bar Down needs to be able to stop them from getting those shots at such a close range. But a lot of their issues is that they are playing a bit slowly. They're trying to play methodically. It just hasn't worked. This is open, and Sonoda will take it. Another one for continuing the goal-scoring streak. That was the one to start this play. Oopsie was the one to assist him, and he'll finish it off. Right on that goal line. Won't be missing from that one. Again, this is a very strong side. Tretzky already again off the kickoff. Just getting in such incredible enthusiasm. When they get to offense, they just feel so confident in themselves. They trust each other. It's a team that you can tell is feeling very good today. And for obvious reasons, they've been playing very well tonight. Way better than how a lot of teams would have played against Bar Down. Now, Poop Soup. Jaskula will get it. Tretzky can't get the follow-up shot. Sonoda now. That one going towards Nana. Team bump! That's going to go in! Jaskula! It will bounce off him in the goal. And we'll get that one a bit freely here as Hammer and Jaskula just both called each other off on that play. And when both of them could have gone for it, none of them did. And they'll take every goal they can get and make this lead as tiring as they can get it to be if they want to take down what is at least currently an undefeated side in Bar Down. Hammer, the back wall. This one should be there. He's got the save as the bounce did go straight in front of him. And now he's looking for a clear. Sonoda is waiting. He's a bit of an early jump for that one, though. And he can't put it on, but he does have the dribble, the backflip flick. Poop Soup. Wise to wait on that, although not wise to put in that challenge. Because now Sonoda has nothing. This should be in for Jaskula. He's missed the chance, though. Going to be very unfortunate because Poop Soup jumped in a bit too early there. And a bit too confident in the offense. And Sonoda had no boost to go back on. Only for Bar Down didn't make that chance count for them. Sonoda. A fake there. Now trying to get the 50 on Hammer. Poop Soup. Off the corner. Second touch bouncing in front. Sonoda won't get there. Hammer will. Tretzky could jump out on this. He will. Gets the dunk. Will be barred down with the offense, albeit not with much of it, with the players getting removed so quickly. As Tretzky, another chance. This one's open for him. He's been given a free shot. Tretzky will take those. That touch from Poop Soup, I think he wanted more power on it, but it actually worked perfectly for him that it was so light. It forced Hammer to really have no ability to challenge that when he wanted to. It gave Tretzky a free shot to look at. Got that beat on Hammer, and at that point, it was all over for Bar Down. This game is starting to get very far away from them. Still 2 minutes to go, but yeah, are just continuing their scoring as Poop Soup. Almost 6. That one, he's missed the follow-up. Again, this, offense just, again, looks so confident in themselves at this point. Again, why wouldn't you be? With a scoreline like this, with how you're playing. Even last game, yes, the offense looked great. Again, they've been relying on it so often in the series, and I said, again, they're bringing a more aggressive style with these kind of free players. I didn't think it would be this aggressive. Definitely surprising, even me, and I've seen this team a lot. Usually known for being a bit more defensively minded, but not here, not in this one. Against Bar Down, these free players have found something that has clicked. Look for more offense. Jaskula. Sonoda wants it gone. Poop Soup can't get a dunk on Hammer. Sonoda off the back wall. Boss is there. Yeah, waiting on it. Sonoda can't get the beat there on Jaskula, who's hit that second touch. It's actually gone past Hammer. Means that Bar Down's offense will be halted there. Sonoda off the corner. Jaskula's missed. Bar Down starting to, I think, start to panic here on getting offense, but there's a chance for Hammer, and that's going to go wide. It's possible to follow, though, and that's goal 2. Bar Down still have a chance in this one. His first touch from Poop Soup, I mean, he needs to hit that to the corner. No questions about him. Sonoda as well. He's not guarding the net, putting themselves in the wrong positions for success. A few bad decisions can really hurt you on offense, on defense, and yeah, putting that first hand. So though they have that 3-goal lead, and all to do is just make sure that doesn't happen again for them. This game should be secured. But I know with this game would also come match point for us, if they're able to hold this one. Jaskula to Spross. Yeah, holding on to keep that match point. Again, what a series it would be if they're up 2-1, if they, are in the driver's seat against this Bar Down side who have really had nothing but wins so far this season. You really do put them on the back foot, and that's something Bar Down haven't been used to. As Tretzky's going to complete his hat trick, 6 goals for you, and if you think it maybe is over, it probably is. Yeah, his offense has been shining this game, and they've been shining bright. Tretzky with half the goals for his side. Definitely a strong performance for a player who has shown other strong performances, but never this kind of consistency. Oops, just going to own goal. Oh, he almost did. He has aggression. And showing up here as Bar Down can get goals to go with a consolation effort. They'll get it from Jaskula. And why not add another one? Bar Down, making sure that it's known they're still scoring consistently. They've broken through this defensive, very often with the quickness that they play at. I just feel like a lot of times off the back wall, it's a bit too slow to react to it. And that's what Bar Down is, again, continuously taking advantage of, using for their own benefit. But ultimately, their defense on Bar Down has not been good enough for them. Yeah, with 6 goals this game, and any team that scores 6 goals should be winning it. That means, now we're on match points. 1 game to go, and they could potentially give Bar Down their first loss of the season. Bar Down, and this is a good time to reflect. I mean, you see the shooting statistics. It's 11-6. Bar Down. While the shooting accuracy has been a lot better, or it hasn't actually been a lot better. It's actually been weaker, but it has still been really good. It is offense. If they can continue to do what they're doing, get these shots, walk into that the offense confident, they'll be in a prime position to just take the series just like that. They've looked strong. Now they just need to see if they can end strong. The 2-2 side, eventually on the verge of beating a team that has not lost yet. Got time to do it as Array coming in from, not Array, a follow coming in from Ralph. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Spoody's stream. Nice to see you here. Thank you for joining. We're in the middle of a matchup in the Skyward series, a all-star matchup. This is C3 GC1 action. It's taking on Bar Down, and potentially could beat the currently undefeated Bar Down side. If Bar Down can force game 5 in this one here. This best of 5 series. As here comes, on offense, Sonoda. No double tap made. Poop Soup, the follow. Spross can't get to it. And it's going to roll in. Tretzky's got the last touch. And yeah, that's goal number 1. And again, they walk into offense. The confidence is there. And they just seem to always be ready for what's up next. Yeah, now 1-0 in this game. It's going to take a lot more than that, so Bar Down. Again, their offense has found success too. Last game, they scored 3 goals. I would consider that probably one of their weakest games so far. Their offense will score. There's no question about that. Their offense will score. How often will score as well? How often will these offenses score, and when will they score? It's going to be a huge determining factor on this game. I mean, it's literally who scores more will win this game, but the timing of these goals is going to have an impact. We saw, this last game, so many goals so early on. That's what allowed them to be so successful. They had a 4-goal lead, near the middle of that game, and again, Bar Down got a good couple goals against them at the end of the game, but it didn't make a difference with, having such a great start. But he won't be done until they get a few more goals. He had to really make sure that Bar Down will have a tough time coming back. As now, touch from Hammer, Poop Soup, dunked away. We'll get to it. Dribble this one to safety. He gets the 50 on Jaskula. Now a team pinch with Trutsky. Bounce on the back wall. Spross will be there. Great reaction from him. As, continuing that offensive push. Poop Soup. Boost will just grab the other corner. Jaskula, Sonoda. Definitely prioritizing. Trying to slow down Bar Down by a boost. Specifically, Bar Down have done well to get these plays, especially in the midfield. They've gotten a ton of boost from that. See there on that play. Now Hammer. Nothing left, but he had that corner. He had to use as much as he had there that he had in the tank. Is now Poop Soup. Spross will get just enough on it to hit it to the side. Bar Down who have the ball, but this one in front. Tretzky couldn't score. Now a team bump from Bar Down. Jaskula still chasing the midfield. Hammer won't get there. Noda waits on it. He's got the 50 through Spross, and now won't get the demo. Nobody back for Bar Down as they both have to rotate in quickly here. Boost starting to become a premium for this Bar Down side. Spross will have a full tank. He will not get the beat on Sonodas. And now Sonoda taking the other corner. Hammer with 11. Spross with none. Jaskula with about 80 now, but in this side, prioritizing trying to steal the boost. Really slow Bar Down as a result. Much more methodical, more defensive style, but a miss there! Oh my! Spross has been given a goal! As well as what happened to Tretzky. I think he simply just backflipped. Oh dear, no, it wasn't even Tretzky, it was Sonoda who missed on the spot. That's a backflip at the worst possible time. And Bar Down will be gifted the tie game for all the good that have done. That is going to hurt, and I did say they were not going to keep this 1-goal lead for forever if they weren't going to try to get another one added to it. As now they need to find another goal. Sonoda in front, Hammer. That's not a very good clear. Sonoda hits it high. Will be Spross to send it away as Tretzky jumping for it. To the back wall. Tretzky. Jaskula will send it out. Poop Soup now. And that shot is leak. Jaskula didn't get it far away. Sonoda to Tretzky. Oh, and he didn't shoot it. Tretzky held off on putting that one on. He had the opportunity though. Still just meeting a brick wall in the backfield in this Bar Down side. All you need to do is just pull them out, and they may have done it here as Tretzky in front. Ross will wait for the bounce to go to him. Now getting chased down. Spross. Tretzky. Trying to challenge this one out. Want that offense. They've really not been able to get much of it. As this one's open for Spross, and where was the defense? Nobody from was back. This is a meltdown on all sides. Now as Poop Soup got bumped. Another bump that will hurt the back line. No wonder there wasn't someone back. Poop Soup got prevented from being back there. And his offense have just completely shut down at this point. And this is a bad time to do it. When you're on the verge of winning a series against a team like Bar Down who will score in these games. That offense needs to show up. And a good early start is Poop Soup. And again, what is happening on the back line? Another strange mistake here as Poop Soup had boost. He had 50 boost. And that first touch, that is about as bad as it can be for him. A straight gift to Hammer. And forcefully given away this game. Through their own mistakes, their own sheer misplays on the back line, and that is really going to hurt. Knowing that they were that close to taking this series, it could really hurt them going to Game 5 especially. Knowing that this is a game that they really had every reason to win. Still looking for it though. There's a pass in front. Tretzky's shut it on. 38 seconds left for Yea to see if they can get another one. See if maybe they can end this series in this game after all. As Sonoda, Demo on top, just a little extra. Not that it was necessary to bump out Spross, but he'll get it anyways. For Yea, mistakes have cost them what has been a 1-goal lead. Now they need to tie things up. Trutsky stops in the midfield. Here comes Poop Soup. That touch straight to Hammer. Yeah, trying to be so direct upfield, and it feels like it's just becoming a bit too direct, a bit too telegraphed. As a miss from Poop Soup, Spross can't score. Sonoda just hits it wide. At this point, wants to just get out. Trutsky in the midfield. Sonoda, one touch going towards the net. Spross will be there. Yeah, hoping they can get one more chance. Poop Soup, the back roll, miss. Trutsky always missed his chance. Poop Soup's missed it too, and that's gonna hit the ground. 2 whiffs at the end. That could have been it for Yeah. It's Bar Down who will force us to go to game number 5. It's been back and forth. And it feels like this game that Yeah defense again gave away the lead. Just whenever they do good things, that defense of Yeah, it's so inconsistent at this point. 2 huge misplays, a whiff and a miss at the end of it. It felt like they just couldn't get things going. As a raid from Incorrect Terror. How are you doing, Incorrect Terror? You joined in at a good time. Hopefully I know you had your Incorrect Terror Top Trio tournament tonight. How was it? Hopefully it was a good time. We're actually in our final series of the night here. It's Yeah versus Bar Down. A best of 5 going all the way to Game 5 to Champions Field. And we'll see how things work. Bar Down again undefeated so far. They have won in Game 5 in Week 1 against 2LX Incognito. Have experience here. The Yeah team, they've shown that they have the offense. At least the odd games they've had the offense. And they get an early start, and that's a huge missed opportunity. Gretzky just took away that shot from Sonoda. But yeah, that could have and probably should have been goal 1 had Trutsky not jumped in. Instead, have to deal with that mistake on their record as this one off a corner. Trutsky with a clear. Yeah, looking for offense. Sonoda walking towards the net. Hammer will let it roll on by. That is about as risky as things get. With low boost like that, he can just watch as the ball helplessly goes across the net. Fortunately for him, no Yeah players were able to shoot from that position. It definitely could have been worse had they been a little more confident. Sonoda's 50. You can understand the reason why they're holding themselves back here. They don't want to commit. Well, they don't have to. Sonoda stopped by Spross. Hammered away. In comes Hammer, and a miss there! What happened to Poop Soup? And the defense of Yeah still questions abound. As Poop Soup, he had no reason to dive in that, and he simply jumped out of the way it looked. And this is the last time you want to have that mistake. The game now going in Bar Down's favor. That Yeah offense still feels like they're making things happen. They're getting plays in front. It just hasn't been the same on the defensive side. They have made those mistakes, but they have left the plays a lot more open for Bar Down. They haven't been as willing to challenge, and they need to. This is a team that can't play defensively, but that's the play that hasn't been winning for them this series. Sonoda doesn't have the read, and again, Poop Soup waiting. This one will be blocked, but it is Bar Down who are really trying to suffocate, push their way in. Jaskula cleared away by Trutsky. Now Trutsky again. Hammer just trying to slow the play down, and Bar Down will keep the offense with it. But it's in front. Trutsky, another big clear. Jaskula will hit it to the corner. This one bouncing to Trutsky. In front for Sonoda! And that's a tie game! 1-1. Yeah, with an answer. The counterattack goes to them. The defense of Bar Down was never truly set up. And that's where, Yeah, take advantage. Now they're answering back. If this is how this game's gonna go, I'm all for it. A Game 5 that will go down to the wire. The final goal, potentially. That's the kind of game you like to see in these matchups. But Yeah, keep it close for now as Trutsky to the back wall. Rolls right down. Just doesn't have it! Sonoda's got another! An awkward awkward touch onto the back wall. It waterfalls in front. Jaskula couldn't get a read. And again, Sonoda catching bar down, dead to rights in front of their goal line. Yeah, 2 goals in a row. As here comes Spross. Hammer to the sidewall. Gretzky. Spross trying to get the block. Poop Soup. Yeah, still looking for another, but here comes bar down. Sonoda overcommitted, and Hammer will take it the other way. Overconfidence from Sonoda. And this will definitely sit him back down. The player who just scored 2 goals. He's feeling like he can control everything, but that is anything but the case. Yeah, we're prepared for that one from Hammer. Again, this game brought back to a even score line. Bar down now. Have momentum. Have the offense. Have a shooting opportunity with Jaskula. That's gone wide, and it will be cleared by Poop Soup. Spross demoed. It's open. Stretsky has it down the field, and yeah, we'll take the lead back. Spross had a single touch. Sonoda wouldn't give him another. And yeah, another counterattack. And every single time, it works so brilliantly. They're finding the groove. They're finding their offensive style. It is one that is quite risky for yeah. They have to sit back and play defensively in it. They're counterattacking this bar down side, and again, it really relies on them sitting back, playing good defense, forcing bar down to commit more heavily. It does mean bar down are going to get more shots on net. That could mean, and very likely will be, more goals. As Hammer's got his hat trick. This man cannot be stopped. From the sidewall. No hesitation. Hammer shooting perfectly. Again, it's back to tied. It's back to even. It's back to all square. Anybody's game to take. Bar down have seldom held the lead in this game. They may not hold it here. Jackson missed! Sonoda's got it again! 3 goals for Sonoda! And this is bar down again off a back wall. Jackson cannot seem to get a touch there. Again and again he's called to action, and again he cannot produce. And those mistakes are costing bar down the game. Jaskula trying to redeem himself to offense. Spross there too, but a miscommunication. Poop Soup will clear it. Hammer doesn't reach it. It's going back. Spross dogged! Sonoda does it! This man is on fire! The play speaks for itself. Yeah, continue to answer. 5 goals to 3. Still less than 90 seconds to go. Spross. And find the flip reset there, but Jackson missed. Hammer saved by Sonoda on the goal line. Now, yeah, again, beaten there by Spross. Going towards the net. Trotsky with none. Sonoda reaching. Hammer's missed. Spross! And panic is set in now. 68 seconds to go, and bar down 1 goal away from tying it again. A game 5 worthy of viewing, worthy of its merit. And still 60 seconds to go, and I expect a few more goals to go in with it. Sonoda wants it here. Spross doesn't get it. It's out for Poop Soup. Stopped by Jaskula, who challenged early. Yeah, still an offense. Want that 2-goal cushion again. Spross off the sideball. Sonoda's been bumped. Hammers to the back wall. Poop Soup has to challenge Jaskula. Can't get it there. Spross trying to chase it down. Bar down. Looking for offense. Any play on the field. Sonoda trying to slow them, but Spross will take it. 50 across, 30 seconds to go. Jaskula up for it. Sonoda will reach him, but he doesn't get the touch. Spross backflip in the spot. Yeah, set up on defense. Poop Soup will clear. This one goes back. Poop Soup off the back wall, set up in front, and it will be cleared as bar down will panic to get there. But it will be Hammer again to send it down. 10 seconds left. Maybe a chance for Bar Down to get one more shot. One more goal. But Sonoda, the dribble, to slow it down. The flip reset. Smash winner, chase it. It's kept up, but it won't be kept up forever. And Jam will take the series by only a single goal here in Game 5. Even down to the final seconds. There was no true winner. And yeah, still, every single time, it's Sonoda who's always impressed me with his offensive performance. And in this Game 5, this is clutch. This is him playing clutch. This is him showing us what he's got. Impressive win. You've just taken down what was an undefeated side so far. Bar Down, their first loss of the season. But man, that will be a real good learning opportunity for them. Because, yeah, have to be excited, have to be happy. What a win for this team. Again, having such a rough start to their season. They needed to get wins, and they needed to get some impressive wins, some impressive showings, so they really wanted to be confident in themselves. I think a win like this is more than impressive. It's unfathomably impressive. 3-2, what an end tonight for them. We're gonna get a little chat here with, yeah, they did say they wanted a little interview afterwards, so we will jump in here for them. 3-2 win. Must say, that was impressive. As now turning in to the, voice chat. Hello there, Poop Soup, Sonoda, and Trudsky. A 3-2 win. You just took down an undefeated side. And man, again, Sonoda, another incredible performance. This one felt like it was more team-oriented. But in Game 5, you just played lights out. How are you feeling now with that win underway? Because that one you really had to work for.
Feeling more confident, honestly. Last week I didn't do so well, and I feel more confident this week, so that's probably a major help.
Yeah, and I really do think, again, the big talking point about the series, I mentioned it before, and how was the offense going to work? How are you guys going to be able to work around each other? There's been issues with you guys, not being able to get enough on offense or work together as a full unit, but this is the best you guys have looked ever since this team has formed. And Presky, you specifically, I kind of called you out before the series saying, hey, he needs to get on offense more often. And, well, you did that. You must have heard me, because you were on offense so often this series. What was about this team? What have I missed since the last time I've seen you guys to this time? Because this is a wholly different roster that you guys are bringing out here, and a wholly different play style. What was it you guys did to really make sure that chemistry was there, that you guys are as aggressive as you can be?
Well, we had a nice coaching session and replay review, like right before the match, and a couple games to put stuff into works and work the kinks out. And so I think that helped a lot. And other than that, yeah, it was just buttoning up rotations, kind of clearing out comms, saying what our intentions are, and moving out of the way if we had to.
That was definitely more than true. And again, with the team having a 2-2 record coming into this, getting wins like this is going to be huge. Again, this team, has a history of playing very well, of being so strong. And at least so far, guys have definitely proven what you were with Poop Soup. Specifically, again, this series, again, a big win. I don't think people expected it to be such a strong win, and yet exactly how you did it. And again, you must be excited with that. Again, with you guys playing well, you guys seem to continue to improve, and getting wins like this, this team just continuing to just be just to be stronger and stronger. So, I mean, how you feeling now? This team's kind of finally starting to work and click together.
Yeah, I feel pretty good, especially after a big dub like tonight. I think a big part is just finding out, what works for us, kind of establishing the good vibes, good comms, like Tread said, and Moat's helped a lot with that tonight. So big shout out to him.
You guys must be happy with that. Again, you guys have shown exactly what you've done here, and again, you guys have looked incredible all day long. You guys have looked insane all day long, and now again, that win, you guys are now 3-2 is your record, but a 3 win over Bar Down, you'll be definitely keeping that close. As again, your next match actually after this will be against another top tier team in La Com wins, so it's another undefeated side, at least for now. So you guys might be on a new streak trying to take down only the undefeated teams, which, hey, you guys have a good record, at least for that so far. Again, a big win.
Someone's got to do it.
So someone's got to do it. And again, this team has a history of success. You guys have been, in so many different leagues playing together so often. So not surprising to see you guys, find that time to click together. So you guys are just going to continue working on that. But again, congratulations on your win. A big win over Bardown. What a match to end off this stream, this night for me. And you guys must be so happy. But before we go, we'll get some shoutouts. Let's start with Tredsky. Let's start with you. Is there anything you want to say? Anybody that you want to thank helping you out here?
Shout out the team as usual, putting in some practice time together, really starting to gel. Shout out to Moats for the coaching help, and yeah, it's been a good run. Looking forward to the rest of it.
Of course, now we'll move on to Poop Soup. Is there anything that you'd like to say, Poop Soup?
I was hoping I go first because I knew Tread would steal mine. Just gonna do a big shout out to Moats again for the coaching session. I think So Snowda and Tread just way to carry me. All I had to do was enable you guys. Super easy.
Of course, again, now we will go to Sonoda. Is there anything that you'd like to say, Sonoda? Anybody that you'd like to thank for helping you out here tonight, and really allowing guys to get what has been one of the most impressive wins I've seen all Skyward Series season?
Shout out to my two amazing teammates. Really, they're the ones that do all the work, passing, shooting, defense. They played amazing today as well. And shout out to everyone in the stream.
You guys must be excited, so happy with that. Again, the 3-2 win here over this bar down side. Congratulations on your win. Have an amazing rest of your nights, and well, we'll be seeing you guys actually this weekend when you play your quarterfinals. So good luck when that comes.
Thank you. Thanks for streaming, Sporty.
That's Poop Soup, Sonoda, Tredsky there of Team. Who got that 3-2 win. Take a look at our schedule here. For the last time tonight, again, we had only 2 matches today. Affinity Reborn with a field sweep over Glide. And then, with a 3-2 win over Bar Down. What a night for action. What a great day for matches. Just 2 really fun matches to watch here. And again, we'll be getting a raid out here, and we'll end the stream with this. Again, thank you all so much for joining. It means so much to have you all, being so supportive, to be here and to watch. That's it for me, Sporty FC. See you guys again tomorrow.